All right, today is Friday, July the 2nd, getting into the 4th of July weekend, and these are some images that I took down on Perdido Pass. This is from the oil. This is basically the oil that came up during the storm. This is what was Hurricane Alex. Remember that landed down in Mexico, not Alabama. In fact, a long way from us. But the waves that it churned up in the Gulf caused a little bit of storm surge. From the larger waves coming ashore. And also I'm showing you here how the waves kind of hit against the rocks, and of course if you've been down there or if you've seen waves crashing against rocks, you know how that splashes into the air. Well, when you mix the oil in there with that splashing action, that throws some of the particles of water up into the air, when the oil is mixed with it, then you get the oil flying in the air as well. And when that comes down, that's what you get. That's what you see here on these rocks. And this image here doesn't really give you a good perspective. A better image would be to be looking directly down on the rocks, because you can see how when the oil lands it splatters on the rocks. You can kind of get a sense of it there, but then a lot of it of course ends up down in the sand that's down in between the rocks, because it splatters on down. And as you look out into these pictures here, you'll also notice out on the sand, all of that is oil. That's tarball. From where this storm surge came ashore. And again, remember, this hurricane came nowhere near Alabama. Instead made landfall deep into Mexico, not even in the United States. And we've got this amount of damage from that storm. Just imagine what would happen if we actually had a storm come nearby and we had a serious storm surge. Here's just a few close-up images to give you a sense of the oil that was coming ashore and also splashing there amongst the rocks. It's not clear exactly what they're going to have to do. My sense is they're going to have to remove those rocks in order to clean them properly. I don't think they're going to be able to just wash them off in place. And in fact, we talked to some workers who were on the site who mentioned that in fact was probably going to be what they have to do. So this gives you a better image, a better sense of what happens when that water splashes against the rocks, gets thrown into the air, when the oil is with it, and then it lands on the ground or on those rocks. This is what you get right here, what you see in these images. I wanted to add to this video just a view of the, you can see how the waves splash against. These are relatively normal size waves, not whipped up by the storm. But you saw that gap there in the past. That gap has been in the past for a very, very long time, and I think in order to really protect Perdido Bay and Perdido Pass from the oil, they're going to have to extend the length of those jetties and go ahead and join the ends of that jetty on the left hand side as you're looking out toward the Gulf. They need to go ahead and make that one solid jetty wall there so that the water doesn't pass through that location. And my recommendation will be that they go ahead and constrict the entrance and exit of the pass, so that it'll be a little bit easier to control in the event we do have a storm hit nearby.